You know, everyone wants to build the next world-changing AI agent. But what if I told you the race to the top is actually the biggest mistake you can make? In this explainer, we're going to look beyond the hype. We're going to break down the real architecture that separates a flashy demo from AI that actually delivers serious business value.
Let's just start with some cold, hard truth. A lot of the AI agents making headlines, well, they're impressive for sure, but they are absolutely not ready for the high-stakes world of enterprise. Why? Because they simply aren't built for the kind of reliability, security, and scale that a real business demands.
So this means we have to get past this whole idea of AI magic. Look, there's a huge difference between a demo that wows you for a few minutes and a robust AI system you can actually trust with your core business operations. And understanding that difference, well, that's the whole key to success.
And here's where it gets really interesting, because the entire approach needs to be flipped on its head. It's easy to get mesmerized by the incredible reasoning of the AI brain, right? But if you want an agent that delivers real measurable value, you can't start there. You have to start with the foundational engineering, the floorboards of your entire operation.
And that brings us right to the most common and, frankly, the most critical mistake companies are making right now in this race to adopt AI.
So, what is this huge error? Where do so many well-intentioned strategies just completely fall apart? Well, it all comes down to chasing the wrong thing at the wrong time.
It's what we can call the magic trap. Companies see this incredible potential of a fully autonomous system, and they try to build that first. They chase the very top layer of the pyramid, the autonomy, before they've done any of the hard work of building a solid foundation.
And let's be crystal clear about this. In an enterprise setting, an AI agent without a proper foundation, it isn't just a failed project, it is a serious business risk. It becomes a liability that you simply cannot trust with real workflows or your sensitive data.
Okay, so if that's the problem, what's the solution? Well, it all comes down to having a clear blueprint. You have to understand the proper architecture for building these autonomous systems from the ground up.
This slide right here, this lays out the correct approach. See, enterprise AI is built in 3 distinct layers, and you have to start from the bottom. You can't skip a layer. This pyramid, this is your path from a simple demo to a true production-ready system.
Let's start at the bottom. Layer 1 is the core, your foundation. Now, this might seem like the boring stuff, but trust me, it's what actually matters. We're talking about your cloud infrastructure, secure API connections to all your existing systems, like your ERPs that handle finance and operations, and of course, the critical enterprise data that gives the AI real business context.
I love this analogy because it's spot on. Without this foundational layer, your AI has no real understanding of your business. It's just a visitor passing through. But once this layer is built, the AI becomes a resident. It has the access, the context, and the permissions it needs to operate securely inside your environment.
Now, once that foundation is solid, we can build the intelligence layer. This is where the agent starts to become a real digital worker. This layer adds memory so it can maintain context, agent frameworks that basically act as playbooks for taking action, and the ability to perform complex multi-step reasoning. And, super important, it also includes monitoring to make sure everything runs safely and reliably.
This table really clarifies the huge leap that happens at Layer 2. You're no longer just dealing with a chatbot that answers simple questions. You're now working with a digital operator, a system that can actually execute tasks, remember past interactions, and handle complex workflows. It's a total game changer.
And finally, and only after those first 2 layers are perfected, do you get to the autonomy layer. This is where the true enterprise transformation happens. Now we're talking about multiple agents collaborating, systems that learn and improve on their own, and AI that can execute incredibly complex tasks across your entire system at cloud scale.
So, if we boil all of this down to just one key takeaway, one simple rule to guide your entire AI strategy, what would it be?
The golden rule is this simple 3-step process. 1. You absolutely must build the foundation first. 2. From there, you scale intelligence. And 3. Only then can you enable true, reliable autonomy. It has to be in that order.
And here's the bottom line. The real value of AI in the enterprise doesn't come from chatting, it comes from execution. It's about getting real business work done safely, securely, and dependably. That's the difference between hype and true productivity.
So, the crucial question I want to leave you with is this. As you look at your own organization's plans, are you building for headline-grabbing hype, or are you building the architecture for real, lasting productivity?
because that choice, that's what will define your success.